Good day everyone, I'm Anika S. Sancheta from BPED 2A. So for this video, I will be discussing the four components of closed-loop control system, which are the executive, effector, feedback, and comparator. And I will also discuss how each component might function for a child who is using crayon to color a coloring book. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, let's start with the first component of closed-loop control system, which is the executive. The executive is also known as the central nervous system. This is where the decision being made. It makes decision about the correction of actions that needed. So, ito yung utak natin. Ito yung nagpa-process, nag-iisip, or gumagawa ng decision. At ito rin yung nagbibigay ng signal sa ating katawan upang itama or gawin ang isang action. So, yan ang tinatawag natin na executive. Next, the second components of closed-loop control system is the effector. It carries out the decision that being made by the executive. It is also known as the action of executive. So, when we say effector, ito yung execution ng isang decision na ginawa ni executive. The executive makes decision and the effector will execute the decision. Kaya kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kaganina, ang executive siya ang taga-receive, taga-process, at taga-gawa ng isang decision. Pag nakagawa na siya ng decision, isi-send niya ito sa effector which is our muscles. Then, pag na-receive na effector, gagawin niya na or i-execute niya na yung process ni executive. So, yan ang tinatawag na effector. Next is the feedback. It is the information about your action. So, ito yung nagbibigay ng information kung tama ba yung execution or action na ginagawa mo. Have you ever wondered who provides feedback? The feedback provider is the sensory information. It could be internal and external. Pwede mo itong makita, ma-sense, and maramdaman. So, pag nakita mo or na-sense mo na tama yung ginagawa mo, at kung na-feel mo or nakita mo na mali yung ginagawa mo, yan ang tinatawag natin na feedback. Last, the comparator. It will compare the information or feedback from your actual to your desired state. So, from the word itself, comparator, ito yung nagkukumpara ng actual state mo and ng desired state mo. Kapag may na-detect si comparator na error, isi-send niya ito kay executive. Then, the executive will receive and will process the information and gagawa siya ng decision about sa action. Then, isi-send niya ito kay effector. Then, kapag si effector, gagawin niya ito para makorek yung error mo. So, that's how the four components of closed-loop control function for a movement. Now, let's witness how each component might function to a child who is using crayon to color a coloring book. So, like for example, there is a little girl who is coloring a book. Siyempre, yung bata, meron siyang gustong ma-achieve na outcome, which is makulayan ng perfect ang isang coloring book. Example, gusto niyang makulayan ng red ang isang apple nang maayos at hindi lampas-lampas. So, yung desired niya, ipaprocess ni executive. So, pag na-process na ni executive yung information about her desired state, gagawa na ito ng decision about sa action na gagawin. Then, executive will send order to effector para gawin yung decision na kulayan yung apple ng red. Pag nagawa na ni effector yung execution pero ang kinalabasan ay lampas-lampas ang pagkukulay, dito nalalabas yung feedback. Then, comparator will compare that information about the actual and desired state. Ikukumpara niya yung actual and desired state ng bata. So, na-detect ni comparator yung error, which is lampas-lampas yung pagkukulay ng bata. So, isi-send niya yung error kay executive. Tapos, si executive will process again the information. Tapos, mag-iisip na siya ng decision about sa panibagong action na gagawin para maitama ng bata yung pagkukulay. Then, when the decision is made, magbibigay na siya ng signal sa effector para gawin ulit or itama yung pagko-color ng bata sa isang coloring book hanggang sa ma-achieve ng bata yung desired outcome niya. So, kapag na-sense ulit ng bata na may mali sa ginagawa niya, gagamit ulit siya ng 4 components ng closed loop control system para maitama yung mali hanggang sa ma-achieve niya ulit yung desired outcome niya. So, paulit-ulit lang yung process ng closed loop control system. Una, dadaan siya sa executive, after the executive, effector, after the effector, feedback, and the last, the comparator. So, vice versa lang siya. So, yan yung function ng 4 components ng closed loop control sa isang bata na nagko-color. So, once again, I'm Anika S. Ancheta from PPED 2A. Thank you for listening.